Okay, so this is my second time trying to record this podcast. So hey, how's it going? Welcome back. First time. I just stumbled my words way too hard. So what I'm going to be talking about today is a thought I was having while walking to school. I was thinking to myself, and what I started to think about was literally thinking itself. Okay, it was meta thinking, you could call it. And what my thoughts were was, when I think in terms of conversations. I noticed what my thinking was. I just kind of meditated on what I was doing, and it's words. When I think, I'm thinking in words. I'm not thinking in pictures. And these words that I'm thinking in, I'm thinking like I'm asking questions and talking back, basically. It's almost as if within myself there's two entities. There's a listener and there's a speaker. And here's a truck driving by. Is a bus a truck? Interesting question. Is a bus a truck? Or it might be something separate. A school bus, like that's clearly a truck. But I'm thinking like a metro transit. You know, is that a bus? Is that a truck? Or is it something separate entirely? Anyways. So there's a speaker and there's a listener. And I've noticed for myself, so I'll give a few examples, so I'll go this way. When I think, I'll say questions to myself. So for example, you might do this yourself. Say you just mess something up. I'm going to say, come on, man. Like, you can do better than that. I might say something like that. Might not be the best self-chatter that I have in general, just saying it out loud now, but general concept there. Another example would be if there was like an obstacle in front of me, I say, you have to figure this problem out. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? That would literally be a thought I have. And then if I had that thought, for example, how I would respond if I asked myself, you know, oh, you can figure out this problem. Like, what do you do? And I might say, well, what is the problem exactly? And then I would think, and my response to that question would be, well, what is the problem exactly? Well, you're trying to get over this hill, right? Like, you got to get to the other side. And then I'll keep going down there. Okay, so like, how do I get to the other side? What are my different options? Maybe I could go under the hill. Maybe I could go over. Maybe I could walk. And there's two things that I really like about this. Or I don't know if I really like it. Two things. Actually, there's only one thing I really like about this. And it's pretty obvious to me. Questions, they open the mind. Robert Kiyosaki said, a statement closes the mind, a question opens the mind. His rich dad used to ask questions. His poor dad used to say statements. His poor dad would say, that thing's too expensive. His rich dad would say, how can I afford it? You know, asking questions is letting you think, getting you mobile, getting you ready to go. The things I was thinking about in terms of thinking, though, I thought I might have been a little crazy. I was just thinking maybe this is some sort of coping mechanism. Like, the way I was thinking, it was almost as if I was talking to somebody, but I was talking to myself. So I was just thinking maybe this is a way, because personally I'm a little bit more introverted. Maybe this is an activity that results of that, because I've talked to myself, so I don't need to talk to other people as much, or I don't like have it desire. But yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I don't know if this was accurate or not. So that was just a thought I had. And there was something else too. Oh yes, as I continued to think, there was another form of thinking I experienced rather than asking myself questions. I was reenacting events to happen in the future. So what I was actually thinking about was my school project. I'm walking here to St. Mary's to go work on it with my group, but my school project, I was like presenting it to myself, or like I was like saying what I was going to say. Like I was imagining myself in the classroom, actually presenting. I think I actually imagined myself presenting in front of my group members right now. I didn't think as far as the classroom, but yeah. And that's an interesting thing too, simulating the future, I guess. I would guess that was some sort of behavior that your thoughts do, because it's a way of practicing, and you can probably, I've heard that imagining the future, you can visualize or manifest your future. And something about when you think, your brain fires in the same way, so your brain already kind of thinks it's there and kind of aids in getting there fully. So maybe that's what will happen right now. So I don't know what to think about that. Just something that happened. Remember, if you ever want to be a guest, just email me and I'll have you as a guest. Matt Chiem, MATTCHIEM 01 gmail.com. You know, this is an offer that one day I believe will expire because I'm going to have I have a few guests lined up for next week. I got Josh for Profit on Instagram. He's 25K. I got this other girl who does social media marketing down in the States. She's probably like 9K. But we're getting people on here and we're going to start learning for real, guys. So, you know, I don't want to take anybody. I have this one other girl that was doing network marketing on Instagram. I asked her to be on. She's down, but like, I don't know if it's like a smart idea. Abraham Lincoln said he learns from everybody, but he also said oftentimes is what not to do. So, you know, not necessarily sure if I want that to happen. So yeah, have a good day.